Welcome to the Middle East Peace Update Report. Today is March 9th, 2016, and the title of today's report, Iran Marching Towards Ezekiel 38. And by the way, this is Bro Steph reporting. So today we get news that Iran has test-fired intercontinental ballistic missile, a few of them, in fact. And I wanted to take you back to when Obama first created this bogus Iranian missile agreement or anti-nuclear agreement with Iran. And you remember in there he talked about snapback, and he used this term snapback on sanctions, that if Iran broke parts of the agreement to further move forward in the development of intercontinental ballistic missile technology, that would violate the agreement and we would snap back sanctions on them. Well, Iran has done it. And I'm going to ask my listeners a question, and I already know what the answer is going to be, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What are the chances, in your opinion, of Obama following through on the snapback agreements and covenants within the agreement he made with Iran? Do you think he'll follow through on those? And if you're like me, the answer is a big no, he won't. Just like with Syria, he drew the red line in the sand with Syria. If you use chemical weapons, we're going to do something about it. We didn't do a thing about it. And now ISIS has their hands on chemical weapons, and we also believe they have their hands on dirty bombs, which they're threatening today. By the way, they've set up a video threatening the United States that they are coming to the United States to burn us, to kill us, to maim us, and that the misery that's going on in Syria, they're going to bring here to the United States. Well, the only way they can successfully do that is if they have sleeper cells set up and they use dirty bomb, low-grade radiation technology, and in fact, if they have a way to put the chemical agents into a vaporous form, and then they can use that in subways, shopping malls, etc. And I don't put it past them that they have these technologies and that they, in fact, may really be able to follow through on their threats. And whenever they say in the name of Allah, then you can take it to the bank that they're going to attempt it. Okay? They don't swear to Allah unless they mean to carry it out. So, thanks to Obama's appeasement behavior, Obama appeasing our enemies and just giving lip service to them, we're in a position now where Iran is marching toward a nuclear weapon, and I believe they probably already have a nuclear weapon. They're marching toward the means to deliver it. We got North Korea saying that their missiles are on go and they're wanting to create a first nuclear strike, a first strike probably at the west coast of the United States. So we have that going on. We have the Syria problem going on, where Syria is a no man's land. I mean, the only people that live in Syria now are people like ISIS and Hamas and Hezbollah, all the bad players are now taking over Syria and using it as a terrorist haven. It's a terrorist beehive to launch attacks on Israel. So we have that going on. Now we have China, who is calling on Israel to divide Jerusalem and give East Jerusalem over to the Palestinian Authority. We have the Palestinian Authority, Abbas, the president of that authority, is going to be leaving office soon, and they believe that Palestinian Authority is going to fracture and fall apart, which will create more chaos in the Middle East. And so we've got a real recipe for disaster, not only in the Middle East, but globally and economically as well. We are seeing now, I can say this beyond a shadow of a doubt, we are seeing the setup for Ezekiel 38. Like, it's becoming clearer and clearer and coming into focus more and more with each passing day and week and month. It's clear now that the Lord is creating the scenario for Ezekiel 38 to take place. Now, the only part of that equation we cannot answer, because that's out of our control and only God knows the future. And that is when it will happen. We can speculate. I'm not going to do that. But we know by watching the signs and the developments in the geopolitical realm, we know by connecting the dots, it's coming. And it's probably coming in the near future, not in the distant near future, if you know what I mean. So that's my report today. I didn't want to give you any homework today. Today I wanted to kind of give you some broad strokes as to what's going on globally and how that will have a effect on what the Bible talks about with respect to Ezekiel chapter 38. So things are getting very interesting. I expect that 2016 will be a year to set up the platforms by which I believe the Lord will begin fulfilling various prophecies. As we move closer to the election, closer to November, I expect things to get a little squirrely and there to be really very interesting developments. If the Lord wants Hillary Clinton in office to accomplish his specific goals, then I would expect there to be probably a quieting down or a lull in any bad terrorism events. And I would expect the economy to stagnate. And then, of course, Hillary would get voted in because, of course, she's going to promise everything to everybody. Not to turn this into a political news line, but I think that the election this year is going to be really very pivotal in the world of prophecy and geopolitics. So keep your eyes on that. The elections and the primaries and all, they're really turning out to be very, very interesting. What the Lord's doing there, again, we can only speculate. But as the Bible says, God lifts up kings and he brings them down. And so he will continue to do that in America. God bless you. I'll talk to you again real soon. Remember to live out your faith. I'm out of time. Share this report, please, with somebody. And to connect with me, go to brosteph.com. Bye for now.